Good morning, BCC. My name is Hannah and I have the privilege of continuing our daily devotion in Romans. So I'm going to continue in Romans chapter 12 from verse 16 to 18 this morning. It says, "Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Never be wise in your own sight. Repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what is honourable in the sight of all. If possible, as far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all." So the first thing that came to mind when I read those three verses is it's a bit of a verse sandwich. You have the first verse I read there and the last verse talking about living in peace, living in harmony. And when we read back or when we look back at the scriptures we've done already, we look back to verses 9 all the way to the verses I read today, and they're all marks of being a true Christian. And we talk about outdoing one another in love and being and doing family. And then the verse I've got today is the nitty-gritty of not repaying evil for evil and what that looks like. And the first thing that came to mind for me was gossip. It's such a common thing that we see in work, in church life sometimes, just everywhere we go. There's this there's a bit of a gossip culture, and when someone hurts us, when someone wrongs us, we often find this urge for empathy, and we want sympathy and compassion, so we run to our friends before we run to Jesus. And I'm not saying it's wrong to go to a friend when someone hurts you. If you're sore, then absolutely go to a safe place where they can pray with you and process that with you. But if you're running to friends before you run to Jesus in looking for them to feel injustice on your behalf, that's when we're sharing the grievance and it becomes a secondhand grievance for others, and that can just get quite messy, and it's quite unhealthy in family and in church culture. So I think when we look at justice and wanting to make justice for ourselves, the line can often be blurred between justice and revenge. And I need to trust God that He is my fighter, He is my defender, He's my protector, and that I don't need to fight. It says in Exodus 12 verses 12, "The Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still." So when someone hurts me, or when someone does something that feels just not kind, I can trust in God that He's going to fight for me, that He knows who I am, and I don't need to take it into my own hands and tell everyone else their true colours, because we all make mistakes. And I think about Jesus washing the disciples' feet, and He washed all the disciples' feet, all 12 of them, including Peter, who denied Him, and Judas, who betrayed Him. He knew what was going to happen, but He still washed their feet, and that beautiful act of love. And Jesus did that. Jesus did that, and instead of repaying evil for evil, He sacrificed Himself, and He paid that ultimate price, which covers every sin, every blemish, every mistake that I've ever made and ever will make. And that is such a security and a protection over my life. And He didn't just do that for me, He did that for the person or for the people who have and will hurt me. And I need to remember that. And I always need to remember that. We all need to remember that. So just to finish off, that last verse where it says, where possible, to the best of our abilities, and as far as it depends on us, live at peace with everyone. And just now, peace is such a delicate thing, it's such a precious thing, and I really know that I need to protect my peace, and I want to protect the peace of those around me by doing what I need to do, and that's turning to Jesus in everything and trusting Him with everything, and never taking things into my own hands, because He is kind and He's good and He covers everything. So I just want to leave you with that today, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.